Can do that.
Well, good morning. Thank you for joining us. My name is Alan Rich. I'm the managing broker here at Maximum Realty and Realtor Partners.
My name is Ming Richardson, the compliance broker for Maximum One Realty and Realtor Partners.
And this is the real estate backstory. We do this every Monday morning. We kind of go over all the comings, goings, everything happening in the real estate world. And so,
Let's hit it.
let's hit it. All right, here we go. So I want to go ahead and kind of start off talking about last week, which is weird, but we had the Tom Ferry Summit last week, which was phenomenal. It's probably we've done it for probably 8 years now straight. And last year, or this past year was probably one of the best ones we've ever attended. So we had so many folks in the offices. It was a really, really positive experience. And so if you missed it, sorry. Now, we actually have some good news for you on that. So, first of all, if you did attend, all Tom's presentation slides are there. So you can get the slides from day 1, day 2, day 3, as well as all the real estate playbooks. Now, all the branch managers have those already. So if you need the slides from any particular day, just reach out to the branch manager for the location that you're closest to, and then we'll be glad to get those for you. Also, all the playbooks are there inside your actual workbook that you got for in attending, or if you need a workbook, we'd be glad to send you one of those as well. But in the workbook, it has a QR code. You can scan those and you can get access to all the different playbooks. Now, we have ordered the replays, and so however it normally takes like 2 or 3 weeks for them to have the replays coming out.
3 or 4 right now.
And so the replays are coming. They're probably 3 weeks away. As soon as we have it, we will be offering those up and let you know. But right now, we're just kind of in limbo waiting on them. So if you missed it this year, at least get signed up for next year, because it really is a phenomenal event. We took so many really great slides, information, that kind of stuff. One of the big things that came in on there, they talked about AI a lot, and as well as ChatGPT. And so we've been paying really close attention to that. And so we just kind of wanted to share some of the things that you can search on ChatGPT in order to be able to either narrate for a video, to be able to share out as a blog post, be able to send out as an email to your database, being able to send out to your there's just so many different options that you have on social media, whole 9 yards. So you can do.
And a lot of us thoughts, we know what to do, but we haven't thought about utilizing ChatGPT for those purposes. So it's really great content.
It really does help you come up with some really great ideas. And the biggest thing about ChatGPT is it's all about the prompts that you feed into it. Right. And so what we wanted to give you was, some great prompts to use in talking about your city, because, when people are looking for homes, learning about the cities, those are a really big deal. And so we're going to make these slides available as part of this as well. So if you want to pull it back up and look at it, but we also have what are some great slides or some great prompts to use for buyers, and
right now buyer, are very few. So what you want to do is be creative, get your name out there, and let the buyer know there's so many educations they can attend, the seminars that with you, of course, and that you're there to help in the long term, not just for a short term stint. So anyways,
but just really great information, things to know when guide to HOAs, things to know when buying, how to select the perfect real estate agent, those kind of things. And then a bunch of great prompts to use for sellers. So please, don't be afraid of AI.
It's a great resource, because I can tell you in the past, I banged my head, tried to come up with scripts and different things and do numerous hours research online. So the ChatGPT actually does help to maximize your time and come with content it's already been out there that is great content.
Right. And one of the big things is that, this is a lot of times great content for video. And that kind of leads us into what we wanted to talk about next. And that is, there's 2 big points here. So there's been some recent studies and keeping up with how popular video is. And what they're finding is that video is kind of plateauing, but don't think that plateauing means it's not important. 60%, okay, that's video share of daily social network time. So 60% of our time on social media is spent watching videos. And so
He
when,
does it.
well, I mean, we all do it. I mean, let's just be honest. But like if you're going to Facebook, Instagram, whatever, doesn't matter about the platform. On average, we're spending 60%, over half our time on all the social platforms is spent viewing video. So should we do more video? Yes or yes? So some folks will be like, well, it's plateauing. Yeah, it's plateauing at 2/3 of the time almost where people are spending. And so you can see the video has been increasing over the last 5 or 6 years, and it continues to. So yeah, can I see it plateauing at about 60%? Sure, but that's still massive. Okay, that's 60% of our time. And so should we be doing more video? Yes or yes? Yes. And then what's a great tool to use? We just kind of showed you one. So please jump into that. Now, the negative side of AI is that, we can have, there are a lot of instances of deep fake imposter scams going on. And for us in the real estate world, this is a big, scary thing, right?
Huge.
Because we have so many instances where, well, because transactions are so large, we already have a lot of wire fraud going on. Now, we have been very blessed to not actually have it actually hit our brokerage yet, but we're also incredibly careful about it. And so scams are, the deal is that where the biggest bulk of scams is they're either little, $1,000 to $2,000, or they're really big, over $10,000. And so we tend to fall with real estate transactions into the category of over $10,000, right? And so those are really big time scams. If you get hit by one of those, it's really going to hurt. So we have to be incredibly careful, wise about what we're doing, and especially like you can't take voice anymore.
No, you can't. Just because there's a voice synthesizer. So sometimes, when you get a phone call and you're waiting on the other line, you say, hello, this is Ming Richardson. And you wait on the other side to basically respond. But based on that response that you just did over the phone, they can create an algorithm that sounds just like you and imitate you. It is freakish.
Yeah.
AI, there's good benefits, there are also negative benefits when you have imposter
Yeah.
or someone that are there to commit fraud.
Yeah.
So once again,
protect yourself,
protect
your clients.
yourself
Yeah.
and protect your client. Always go to the source. This is why the guard contract are written with attorney's phone number in the front of the page, so that way your client can call the attorney directly and not necessarily receiving a call from someone state that they're attorney.
But what we do want to stress, though, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be engaging and utilizing AI in ways that can help grow your business. Yes, we have to be wise. No, we shouldn't just shove our head in the sand and act like it's not going on. Because whether or not you engage in AI or not, the scammers are going to be doing it anyway. So we should make sure that we're still working and utilizing the tools we have to build our business. So interest rates went up again. We're going on like 3 or 4 weeks now straight, continuing to be high. So they had Jackson Hole, the Fed chair, was out there talking again, and so every time he opens his mouth, interest rates go up again. And so we don't know exactly where they're going. Everyone says they're going to be coming down. We haven't actually seen that happen. But what is leading to that is, and so that's causing a mortgage application decrease. It's down 4%, which is not staggering, but it does.
A low application rate. So when you go down even further, it's just that much impact on their end and our end as well.
Now the good news is that inflation is decelerating faster than what everyone's expecting it to. The Fed is still hardcore about we want inflation down. But the challenge is that some of the numbers that they track, especially when it comes to housing, is that rents lag. Rents are behind when the way that they track. And so we've seen rents, especially, like rental rates and that kind of stuff, rents are going down. And so housing prices have been leveling off. And so we're seeing where that is going to help to impact that in the future. But the bottom line is, and here's a toughie, is that the average home buyer on a $3,000 budget has lost $71,000 in purchase power right now versus a year ago. And so if last year they could afford $350, this year they can afford $280.
Yeah.
And so right now it's about a $70,000 swing in what that's really going to do for our clients. And so we have to kind of understand that, go into it kind of knowing what's going on. Now, does that mean everything's bad? No. Are there some things we can do for our clients? Yes. So one of those is like, what about temporary buy downs, 2-1 buy downs, 3-2-1 buy downs, those kind of things? We're seeing where there was a really nice bump in folks actually taking advantage of buy downs, and then we stopped. And
Yeah.
so like it's one of those things that we can really do. Like we do see interest rates are going to be dropping. And so when those rates drop, to refinance then makes a lot of sense. And we're going back to those, like back in the day, everyone got an FHA mortgage and then refied in a conventional when rates came down. That was kind of the
Absolutely.
normal buying kind of scope of things. And so like back in the day, that's how we did it. And that's what we're heading into again. Now, you gotta understand that for a lot of agents, they don't understand this. And a lot of our clients, they don't understand it. Overall, as a percentage of total loans done, only 1.9% of all the loans for the state of Georgia in the last year were a buy down loan.
And you'll see most of those in new construction. That's why they're able to advertise such a lower rate than the market rate right now, is because they have built-in a cost in there
Yeah.
to buy down the rates. So it makes it more affordable for the buyers.
Well, but the reason the builders are doing this is because it's good for the clients. It's a smart move. It gets people in. It helps them out for the
Well, they'll
next
sell the inventory.
couple of years, that kind of stuff.
And their inventory is more desirable if you think
It
about
does.
it, even if it may be box built. But the fact is, I can get a 3,200 square foot brand new at this monthly cost versus going to resale that may have some deferred maintenances and still paying the same amount.
Well, and we're also starting to see where some sellers, if your property is sitting on the market, starting to get stagnant, offer a 2-1 buy down.
Correct.
Offer to do that instead of reducing the price, offer to do a buy down. These are big deals that that can really help out consumers in the marketplace. And if you're not familiar with a 2-1 buy down, look, it's just where we're going to buy the rate down 2% for the first year, 1% for the next year, and then it's going to go to the regular rate. And so the whole idea is that you go in and you're taking advantage of lower rates, and then you're going to refi into
Hopefully,
a lower rate when it
within
comes back
2
down.
years, the rates have come down to where
Yep.
it's what you currently pay for at the buy down.
And so, but also don't think everything is gloom and doom. 40% of our sellers, 40% of our buyers, existing homeowners, have no mortgage at all. That's why boomers have so much power in our market right this moment. In addition to that, our mortgage to income ratio is near an all-time low. I know a lot of people have, well, interest rates are high, property values are high, but overall, our mortgage income ratio is still near historic lows. No, it wasn't as low as it was, but it is still historically really, really low. Our biggest challenge, though, is inventory. Inventory is really incredibly tight. And you can see that back in 2017, we had 1.3 million houses on the market.
Now going 47.
We have less than half.
Right.
Here in Georgia, we're sitting at 47% of where inventory was. And so inventory is a big deal. This is what that looks like over, time, just to kind of show it. Inventory is so tight. It's really, really tight. And so what we're seeing is that, those high interest rates combined with that tight inventory. So like what happens when interest rates go up? Well, what we see is that not only the interest rates move up, but guess what? Home prices move up, total transactions move down, but prices are still staying steady. And we're seeing prices staying steady. Where we're seeing the impact is on pending sales. And you can see that on one hand, this is our pending sales graph, and you can see that pending sales have been down. But if you'll notice the last couple of months, what's happened with pending sales?
It's gone up a little
We're
bit.
trending. We're trending positive. And so, do I want us to be trending higher than we have been? Absolutely. But just any kind of positivity is good. We'll take that. How that's really looking, because that's equating over into existing home sales. So existing home sales follows pending sales by a couple of months. And so even though this may look like it's down, it's going to start trending up. We'll see the same thing happen over the next couple of months here. Now, the other thing with good news right now about 25% of our homeowners right now are considering selling within the next few years. And so even though I know, look, interest rates are high, this is going on, there's still a lot of things happening in the world where people move and need to move, right? I mean, that was one thing that came out, like if you're getting a divorce, are you going to stay in that home because you've got a 3% mortgage rate? No, you're getting a divorce, so you're going to sell the house, and then there's going to be 2 more houses bought, right? And so things like that are still going on. Don't talk yourself out of business by saying, well, there's nothing going on, I shouldn't bother. Still,
And well, we don't encourage divorce, so.
yeah, we're not pro-divorce. No, that's very, very true, right? So, but that being said, for the mortgage holders who have a rate higher than 5, they're twice as likely to have plans to sell their home, than those below 5. So it's definitely a target market for us to focus on. At the same time, we're seeing the percentage of properties sold above list price continuing to increase. And so,
And that's partially due to low inventory.
yeah,
So,
supply versus demand, right?
So for property that are listed right, they typically will go within first week and above asking price.
Yep. And because we're seeing overall our median sale price continues to increase. Now, these are national numbers, but Georgia didn't have any kind of decline at all. And then Zillow just came out and they released their home value index. Basically, this is Zillow's forecast for the next year. And so Zillow is forecasting 6.5% property value increase next year, which is actually a little bit stronger than I was really hoping. And historically, property values increased by 4.4% a year the last 50 years. And so I just don't want to see us moving into that double-digit values again. That's when we're going to have to worry about having a bubble. But if we're in that 3 to 6% property value appreciation range, that's a very healthy place for us to be. It's slightly above inflation. People's houses continue to grow in value. It's just a really good place to be.
And this is what, a lot of people in that state, wealth is built with co-ownership.
Yep.
As you live on the property, it increases value every year. So you're always going to build wealth while you are paying down a mortgage.
Now, the other place where there is a lot of growth happening right now, and that's at new home sales. New home sales are up 31% over last year. Okay, 30. I mean, like 30. We're not talking about a little bit. Market. We're talking massive, right? The biggest thing carrying us right now are new construction. And so, if you are not well versed with new construction, if you're not comfortable in operating in the new construction arena, please get the training. We're coming out with a brand new CE class talking about how to better represent your clients in new construction, all these kind of things, because it's such a big piece of our market. It's like 27% of our total inventory, and sales are up in that category about 30%. So if you're not working in new construction, you're missing on a big piece of the market right now. You really need to be prepared, and you need to be very, very comfortable in this space because it's super important. Now, at the same time, we even talked about this earlier, rents have fallen for 3 months in a row, rents continuing to decline. So we're seeing where the year-over-year rent trend is down. And so this is good and also concerning, right? Because on one hand, do I want someone to rent a home or do I want to buy a home? I would much rather that they bought. But where does the number one source of people's savings come from? It comes from savings. Okay. Where's the number one source of down payment come from? It comes from savings. And so when rents go down, people have the ability to save more, because even if like no one is like, I just love being a renter, right? If you rent, 83% of renters want to buy. So this is an opportunity for them to save money, not for them to stay renters for all their life, because wealth in the United States is tied up in homeownership. The average net worth for a renter is around between $6,000 and $8,000, as opposed to like $250,000 if you are a homeowner. So people want to buy homes. So remember, every week we have our accountability sessions every Monday. Please come into our office, join them. We have calling sessions, good support. We're here to help you grow your business. Also, if you need some new swag, hit max1market.com. This week, I'll be teaching effective negotiating. I'll be in the Noonan office tomorrow. And on Thursday, my bride.
Actually, Martin
Oh,
is
Martin.
teaching
Oh.
licensed lawful agents and broker.
Oh, okay, I
So,
lied.
I
Okay.
really think y'all enjoy.
He's not my bride.
No, he's not.
But Martin's amazing.
Martin
So
is great. So I'll go in there and listen, and that is a required course for you to renew your license. So please take advantage of that.
takes care of those 3 hours, right?
Yes.
So hope you guys have a great week. If we be any service to you, please call, text, or smoke signals. We'll do it all. Bye,
It's been a
everybody.
long last week. Thank you. Have a great Monday.